Alright. I think that's us. I think that's everything I've got to do. It's like 8:30 in the morning, and I've just literally just woken up. I've had a lovely sleep, but I've literally just woken up, gotten my gotten a, not a milky tea, but a lovely green tea. Got that lovely there, because we've actually run out of normal tea bags. So I've got now dipped into the green tea. Should be the other way around, but alas. Yeah, anyway, so we are back again for day 22 of Naruto Frizzyninja Ultimate Fight Series. So we're just going to crack straight into it. Let's just go. Yeah, so it's decided. So on Sundays now, I tend to do it a bit earlier, just because if we've got stuff we've got to do that day, we can do it afterwards, because we do have things that we're doing today. So after this, we've got to go shopping to get some shopping for next week. But as part of that shop, we've got to get some ingredients for an ambrosia cheesecake, which, because for those viewers that were around when I said it, and I don't even know, can't remember when that was, a couple of weeks ago probably, at work we've got a bake-off coming. We actually had the first round last week. Was it last? Yeah, it was last week. And so I'm facing my boss in a couple of weeks' time, so we are practicing my ambrosia cheesecake for that time, and we have to make sure that we get it spot on, because I've hyped myself up so much. I think everyone at work is going to be very disappointed if I don't deliver. My goodness. Bruh. Get out with your bubbles. Get out with your bubbles. Get out with your bubbles. Oh, come on. Yeah, so, ambrosia cheesecake. So we are buying, what are we buying? I've got to remember the ingredients list, because I guarantee you we're going to get back home and we're going to have forgotten something, which I probably can solve quite easily if I write it down on a shopping list, but sometimes you just got to wing it. But anyway, so we need digestive biscuits for the base. We've already got butter, so we don't need that. And then, because the last few times that we've bought cheesecakes, I've been like, what is it about this base that's just like, there's just something in here. Is it like additives and preservatives and chemicals? No, it's cinnamon. They put cinnamon in the base. Not like a hell of a lot that it's like, oh yeah, no, they've obviously put cinnamon in here, but enough to be just like, just a little bit. No, not you, get out. Just enough to make it look a little bit extra. Anyway, so we've got that for the base. Depending on the recipe, they say fruit digestives, but we just get normal digestives, because, you know, fruit, it's kind of like my opinion of fruit cakes. No, fruit should only be in a fresh fruit or frozen fruit context. When it comes to desserts, never like preserved, like, or like whatever kind of state of fruit you would call like a Christmas cake or something like that. But anyway, oh, lovely. So yeah, so we've got that for the base, and then so the ambrosia on top. Now, I know that ambrosia is different depending on which country you're asking in, but for our one, so ambrosia typically is cream, yogurt, like fruit yogurt, berries, chocolate, and marshmallows. So the ambrosia cheesecake will be as such, and so I think for the base I need I've done the base. The cream cheese, whipped cream, yogurt, berries, but like probably not blueberries. I think that's just like a garnish on top. I'll do like probably something like blackberries or raspberries, whichever berries I can find essentially. So that'll be in there. and then so the cream cheese, the yogurt, and the whipped cream go into making the actual like filling, and then you basically get marshmallows, which I'm gonna get like normal marshmallows, and then just cut them into quarters. Put that in, as well as they say to get like chocolate and just like cut the chocolate into chunks. But I'm thinking I might let the berries and the marshmallows be all that's in the filling, and then the chocolate can be like a garnish on top, because typically when we make our ambrosias in like just like a big bowl, we would have like flake on top, just as like a garnish. Sounds so fancy. Yeah, so I might still do that. Marshmallows and berries in the inside. Yes. Oh, and then gelatin. You gotta put gelatin in to hold it all together. So last time I made an ambrosia cheesecake, which was only the first time I made an ambrosia cheesecake, I mucked up the gelatin. I made it when the recipe said you now have to put the gelatin into a ramekin, and whiz it around with your fork and then let it to sit. So I did, and then when it came to actually putting it into the cheesecake, it had completely hard, like congealed into like a blob of gelatin. So I tried my best, and I don't know why I put it in, but I put it in. So there was a couple of slices of cheesecake where there was just a hard lump of gelatin in it. I'm going to try, and that's probably why I'm practicing now, to see if I can get this gelatin to work for me. Because if I can, then I should be golden. I should be fine. Because the actual taste of the cheesecake, other than that big lump of gelatin, was actually beautiful. So here we go. So we've got that. And because then I was thinking, do I put like flakes through the mix as well? But no, that might be too much. I think I just got to keep it simple, at least to start off with. If I determine that actually the filling does need an extra little bit of pizzazz, then I might put some chocolate in, but we'll see. Oh my goodness. Dry so slow. Lovely. Yeah, so we're going to make that, and then, because one of the guys at work, he always brings in cheesecakes, and he knows that I love his cheesecakes, and so I'm kind of like his, whenever he brings them in, he's always like wanting my opinion on them, so I have asserted myself as a dessert person at work. I hope that's my own opinion, that's my own, that's what I think I am, but, I mean, you could ask anyone else, and they'll be like, no, she's not a dessert person. What's she on about? Anyway, and so the cheesecake guy, so he's actually leaving soon, and so he won't be actually be there for my bake off day. So the practice that we do today, I'm actually going to bring him in a slice of, like, just him, bring him in a slice of it tomorrow to say, this is what you're missing out on. Do you feel like you've missed out on much? But yeah, so that will be, so after this, when we go shopping, we'll be getting all the ingredients for that, and then we'll be making that, putting in the fridge, fingers crossed it all turns out right. And what else? And then we've got that to do today. Oh, the sun is finally shining, because yesterday it was an absolutely miserable day, so we can actually get our washing dried, because we don't have a dryer, because me and my fear of a high electricity bill prevents us from getting a dryer. But I feel like I'm justified. Lovely. Fabulous. Yeah, then we've got something else to do today as well. I think we've got to go into Mighty 10 to get some kindling, and there was something else the boy said he needed. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, a light bulb! Because one of the light bulbs in our room because I'm now a certified electrician. After this light bulb, it's not even a fiasco. It's not even that dramatic. Literally all it was like above our bed. There's like four kind of like those like indent like the lights that are like in the ceiling, and we're like, how the hell are we supposed to get those out? Because one of them kind of just like flickers randomly and only for like probably like 10 seconds at a time. It'll just start flickering. Anyway, so we're like, oh, we've got to get a new light bulb. And then so I Googled and watched a great couple of guys actually, on YouTube, how to take out those lights. Because I know one of my work colleagues that I think he had lights similar to that in his house. He actually had to climb into the whole ceiling space, and climb to the ceiling space and actually like kick the light out like that, which we're not doing at all. But anyway, so I watched these lovely guys on YouTube, and there's like a whole there's the whole the case. It's not even the casing. There's like a ring around where the light bulb is. You just rip it out, and it ripped out fine. I did have to put a t-shirt down on the bed to stop all the dust coming down, that was my brilliant foresight that prevented the bed getting absolutely powdered. Carpet did though. But so now I know how to change a light bulb. Well, I know how to take out a light bulb. Now we just got to buy a replacement light bulb and stick it back in. But by then, you might as well give me my certified electrician certificate. Stay right there, Choji. Do not move, good sir. And don't move. Oh, come on. Right, I'll get him now because he can't substitute. Fabulous. Yes, actually no, yes, we've got to go to my tin, get a light bulb. Then we need to get some fire kindling at the same time. Yeah, basically we just got some errands to run today, which is why I'm streaming. That was the biggest 12-minute ramble on explanation of why I'm streaming at like 8:30 in the morning. But hey. Fabulous. Right. Oh, look at that timing. Fabulous. Beautiful. Fabulous. All right. Oh, and then yesterday we went to the #shopping mall, and bought, what did we buy? Oh, I bought a Zelda poster. Actually, no, I didn't buy. My lovely boy, because we've decided, he decided for this year, but might actually take it forward, is for birthdays, rather than try and guess what they want, just literally just take them to a shop and be like, just tell me what you want me to buy. But anyway, so we got a Zelda poster and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, which I know that like the Diamond and Pearl redos, remakes, remasters. What do you even call them? Is it a remake or a remaster? Anyway, I know that there was a bit of like, I don't want to say controversy is probably too dramatic of a term, but I know there was just some talk around when they got released. Like some things were wrong. Don't know what they are, but I just love Pokemon games. Just for Pokemon games, I don't get too much into the whole hashtag meta. Anyway, what's it? Yeah, so I got Brilliant Diamond. So I started playing that last night, and it's so cute because normally like the Alpha Sapphire and the what else have they done? Alpha Sapphire and then like X and Sword and all of those. They've been like not chibi is probably isn't the right term, but just like cartoony, but proportions are normal, more normal than chibi. But this one is they're full on gone chibi, and it's fabulous, and I love it, and it's so cute. But yeah, so start playing that, and because fire type Pokemon are few and far between, for whatever reason, I think it's just because they're too OP. But anyway, because generally I'll always pick the fire starter in a generation, or in any generation, but generation 4, I think Sinnoh was generation 4. I think it is. I hope it is. Anyway, yeah, generation 4, I've always pick Piplup, the water type, because it ends up being a water steel type. Oh, it is fabulous. I love it. I just remember, all I remember is the when I played Pokemon, when I played Pokemon Diamond on the DS, I picked Chimchar, which was alright. But I think he was too, what's the word? He felt, from what I recollect, he felt very like glass cannon to me. But then I think when I played Pokemon Platinum, which I never actually finished now that I think about it. I wonder if I want to. Might do. Anyway, I picked Piplup because, oh my goodness, again, this is all my recollection when I think back on it. My sketchy recollection. I just remember Empoleon, the evolution, like the final evolution in the chain. I just remember him being a beast. He was just like wrecking everything, just swatting them aside like flies left, right, and center. And I think I probably picked. Pretty sure I remember wanted to boost his defense quite a bit, and then he was also just an absolute tank. It was fantastic. So I'm just like, because those are my recollections. I'm just gonna go for Piplup this time. And then the other thing too, and it's something I agonize over. Every Pokemon game is the nicknaming. So the nicknaming is I have to pick a name when I pick a Pokemon name. So when I played Pokemon Sapphire on my Game Boy emulator, the first Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Sapphire on my Game Boy emulator, on my mum and dad's computer. I just named all of the Pokemon I captured after Naruto characters. So I think like, what's it? Zigzagoon / Linoon was Hinata. I think Swallow or Tailo. No, Tailo and then Swallow. That was Sasuke. What else? Oh goodness, I can't remember them now. What was Blaziken? Oh, Blaziken was Neji. I remember. Tropius was Zabuza. I can't remember like how I named them, but and Wingull / Pelipper was Sakura. No. Anyway, And yeah, so I named it after that. And then I think in the later generations, I kind of just like when I'm sitting there staring at the naming screen, I just have to like I think about the Pokemon, I think about how it is, and like a name, whichever name just comes to me, like it kind of like it's kind of the whole like SpongeBob empty your mind thing. Like I'll try to do that, and just whichever name just comes to mind is what I name it. And sometimes it's absolute gibberish, and sometimes it's like it's named after something. So like there may still be a, oh no, because last night I quick captured a Starly, and then like because I'm thinking, well, it's similar to, well, it's not similar to Staravia and no, it's not similar to Swallow, but I'll just name it Sasuke anyway. I think I just name every like hawk, eagle kind of Pokemon Sasuke at this point, just because. But yeah, so I've got, and then my Bidoof. What do I call my Bidoof? I called it Duffel. Like half of these I couldn't even explain to you why I've named it this. It's literally just the name that's come to me. At that when I empty my mind and my mind gazes into the abyss, the name that comes out are these names. Minus the, and like I said, some of them will be absolute gibberish, some of them will be named after other fictional characters. Just as. And then my Piplup, I can't even tell you what my Piplup was called. What did I call my Piplup? What did I call my Piplup? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is technically sort of a law fight, actually. I just realised. Ah, beans. This is actually a law fight. I should have done it in the old Akatsuki hideout. Ah, beans. That's alright. Anyway. What did I name my Piplup? Oh my goodness. Nope, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't tell you what I named it. I think because I had like 50 names floating around my head. Nope, it's completely lost me. But anyway, but that's essentially how I'm going to be agonizing most of my time. Like my 100 hours playtime, about 50 of those will be on the nickname screen. Guarantee you. Because because it was interesting too. Because I looked up like what differences there are, and I think I was just reading articles from before the game came out. Because it was like, oh, we don't think the battle tower and that's in it. And then I play it last night, and then on my player identity or my ID card, it's all like battle tower wins. I'm like, oh, so those articles didn't get that one right. But now, because I haven't actually looked in, does it contain like does the end of the story, have they included bits of platinum into it? So have they done like the dimension, what's it called? Is it the dimension maze? The something? Wherever you get Giratina from. Giratina. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I don't yet know if it includes all that in it. Oh, come on. Bruh. Thank you. Alright. Orochimaru and Kiba. Oh, and then that's right. And then yesterday we finished the main story anyway of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, um, which was actually very good. The last level I just remember being shorter than I thought it was going to be, but it's actually it's like it's not a dungeon, but it's a level, so it's not one of the big areas where you'll find other side quests. It's not one of those, but no, it was hella enjoyable. And then because then we did because then it unlocks all the post game stuff, and there's like the chaos chambers, which are kind of like they're kind of like your post game, not raids or anything, but like basically you just go do a whole series of fights. You can like make the fights harder by doing like little like curses or buffs, and then you get crystals, and then you can get loot at the end of them, and then if you've saved up crystals you can get extra loot, and then if you basically like the harder you make the fights, the more rewards you get out of it, and you just basically just do those over and over again. And so we did the first one. Didn't actually get anything particularly good out of it, but hey. And then what? But I think for me, that's probably gonna be as many chaos chambers as I do, just because that sort of stuff. I'm like, for these sorts of games, I'm in it for the story if it has one. I'm in it for the story. I'm in it for, playing the. I was gonna say playing the game, but of course that's what everyone's in it for. In it for the story, in it, do the campaign, side quests, any like secrets or collectibles, that sort of thing. But any like post game stuff where you're just doing hard fights for the sake of doing hard fights, I'm like, I'm a head out. I'm good. I don't glean enjoyment from that. But some might ask, how can you glean enjoyment from doing like 11,000 Naruto fights? Like, cause they're not. It's not on extra hard difficulty. I can just chill for a couple of hours at a time and complete a lifelong dream. But I think in Tiny Tears we're gonna carry on doing like all the side contents, like side quests, shrine pieces, collectibles, all that sort of thing, and then that'll be us, because we're actually hella enjoying it way more than Borderlands 3. There's just something about this. This is just really, really good. Why was it dropping my button inputs? Here we go. Alright. Was I just playing as Minato? Oh my goodness. Like I said, it's now 9:04 in the morning, which for a lot of people will be like, why are you yawning? That's like late. For me, it's so early. It's so early. Bam. Right, two can play that game, Mr. Minato. Fabulous. Bam. One more cheese. Bam. And then one more. And... oh, no, never mind. Right, one more. No. Nope. Bam. Okay. Right. Sasori and young Tintin. No, please say it ain't so. Actually, no, it's not adult Tintin, so that's fine. Young Tintin is only marginally slightly better. Stop. 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 Stop, please. Well, I'm just going to have to do this. Because she's just going to be an absolute menace. Bruh. Okay. Right now. Fabulous. Okay. That was a better one than before. Just Tintin's just an absolute pain to face and a pain to play as. And I'm like, girl, you were so good on the PS2 versions. PS2 versions were so good because you actually had melee combos. She actually had melee combos that did so much damage. It's just, I need to start playing those. I keep going on about them all the time. I probably should actually play them on the... That's what I should do. First I need to find out, does Twitch allow emulation? Because if it doesn't allow emulation, then I won't, for obvious reasons. But if it does, you know, because it'll be PS... I'll probably skip Ultimate Ninja 1 and go straight to Ultimate Ninja 2 and 3, because I'll just do playthroughs of those, because that is actually, I'll do 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we're just gonna play them, and we're just gonna see, and I can just reminisce, because they're just so good. They are just so good. 2 and 3 all had you like original stories. I think they're original, unless there's some filler episode that they're all based off of, but I'm pretty sure there's not. I think that's all original. You got original stories. The fights are just like, or the fighting style is just way more different. The ultimate jutsus themselves are sick. It's a good time, and I mean I go on about it all the time. So you might as well, for those of you who've never heard or touched or had anything to do with the PS2 Ultimate Ninja games, like, at least I can just show you what I'm on about, and then you'll probably be like, what the hell are you on about? These suck. But hey, at least I can show you why I love them and why Sasuke and Neji became like my favourite characters. And then it's great, the like how they how you can get like jutsu scrolls. You can have like, I don't know, you can have Ino doing the Chidori. Although I think in Ultimate Ninja 2 it's considered lightning blade, so it's considered Kakashi's version rather than Sasuke's. Okay, so we've got Madara Sage and Obito Sage. Lovely. Fabulous. Excuse me. That did absolutely no damage. I mean, obviously did, but felt like it didn't do anything. And last one. Thank you for running into that, my good sir. Much appreciated. Right then, the reverse. Yeah, because when I think about it, which set of games do I enjoy the most? I would say I actually prefer the PS2 ones a lot more. Purely I think the fights themselves, there's, so like the fighting arena, rather than being like a big circular space, is like side-scrolly, kind of imagine Tekken, but the difference being is that they actually have like a foreground and a background, and you can like switch between them at any point. So like, say, take the Great Naruto Bridge for example. Well, I think they actually call it, what do they call it? They don't call it Great Naruto Bridge, I don't think. Well, they could do. But anyway, so there's like the bridge part of it that you're on. And then there's also you then could switch down and now you're walking on the water. And the thing is too, is that because walking on water takes chakra, because walking on water takes chakra. If you run out of chakra, you just fall through the water and land back on the bridge. So like a strategy is to lure them on, was to lure the AI, because I don't think you can't actually play online. Now I think about it. No, there's no online capability. But anyway, so you basically you lure the AI to then fall through on the bridge, and it does deal damage. Yeah, and then and they've got like Zabuza's hideout as well. So there's like all these like big giant grass roots that you walk on, and then you can jump up, and then you can like jump up further into Zabuza's hideout. And then there's like little sort of training dummy things that pop up every now and then destroying those gives you like ninja tools that you can use during the fight. So rather than have like your set of 4 that you're stuck with for the remainder of the fight, you can collect more of them and stuff, and it's just all around good. And then, I mean, 2 and Ultimate Ninja 2, and I think the first one as well, had like 3 levels of ultimate jutsu you could do. Because your chakra gauge would have have 3 sections. So depending on how full you had it, you would be doing a different ultimate jutsu. And it was just some good stuff. And the ultimate jutsus themselves were like cool, and they were nice. Some of them were pretty basic, but then you had like guest characters come in. So like for like Ino's, her level 3 is her dad comes in, and like they do like a tag team sort of thing. It's just cool. And for characters like Ino and Choji and all of them, they're 1 and they're 2, because they obviously didn't they're not as important as the Narutos and the Sasukes, but like their level 1 is like, I think Choji's level 1, or even his level 2, I can't remember which one it was. Ino comes in and does like her bit, or like Shikamaru comes in and does his bit, and the same with Lee. No, Lee's not. Lee and Neji aren't like that. I think 10 is the only one that she gets Lee and Neji to come in, whereas Lee and Neji have their own full set of 3, I think. And I think Lee's 3rd one, or maybe his 2nd one, has Guy come in as well. And also it's just like, you get a different feel for the characters as well. It's far less serious. Itachi and Kisame are treated with like hella mystery. I'll say they're probably the most serious characters. But the rest is just like, it's light-hearted, and it's far more like, I don't want to say it's far more Japanese, because it's not as any less Japanese as these are, but like, it just feels better. Just feels good. Feels great. And the characters you get a different sense of the characters through their ultimates than before. It's just good. It's some good stuff. And then too, like I think um, Sasuke's level 2, and I think his level 3. If you get to the end of his level 3 one, he after that he gets the curse mark. So then you now are doing, I think, not for the whole rest of the fight, but like for a decent chunk after that the animation or the after the thing, he's now has the curse mark buff. So his like attack is like tripled. Yeah, it's just some good stuff. It's just some good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, and is he facing Kushina? Yes, you got all that, which is amazing. What else have you got? Yeah, so like Ultimate Ninja 2, it's got an original story, which is great. You've got Ultimate Ninja 3, you've got an original story, which is like collecting like crystals in a tournament. And then I think 4 and 5, you actually play the events of Shippuden as well. But that's like a big, like way bigger open world for you to explore as well, which is great. It's just fabulous. Oh, it's just so good. It's just amazing. It's just some good, wholesome stuff. Yeah, so I think actually after this, I might need to note it down, because this is going to be like end of 2023 when this happens as well. I just need to note it down that after this, after the Ultimate Fight series, I'm gonna do playthroughs of Ultimate Ninja 2, 3, and 4 on the PS2. If Twitch allows emulation, like maybe you have to state that you're doing an emulation. Like I've seen other people do it, but I don't know if you're allowed. But I'll find out anyway, and if I can, then I'm gonna do it. Or Sony, if you hella want to release them on your PlayStation Plus catalog, then that would be great. That would be pretty cool. Hashtag Sony, you should totally do that if you're watching. Bam. Right, and then lovely jubbly. Alright. Kakashi, right, Naruto Kurama. Lovely. And Shikamaru. Oh, and actually, while I do that, I'm going to quickly update the list, because now we're down to 9,800. Alright. Oh, and then that's what what I should do as well. I should turn into like, maybe not a series, might be overkill, but like all the games on like the N64 and the PS2 that I just remember so fondly, and just they are just my life. Like the games that got me into games. Like I should do like a whole series of them. They'll all be like I'll have to emulate all of them, but like all the PS2 Naruto games, Mystical Ninja starring Gomon on the N64, like these sorts of things. Ocarina of Time, but like probably Ocarina of Time, but on the 3DS. Yeah. Or would I emulate the original? Or that would be a question. Might even do the original. Yeah. Yeah, do it pure. Do it in the form that I first played it in. Yeah, but then because the Ultimate Ninja Starring Gum, I think I played it on a ROM probably about, I want to say like 8 years ago. The only problem is that whatever it was, I don't know if it was the emulation settings, or my laptop, or the emulator itself, or the ROM itself, or whatever it was. It'll be fine if it was just completely idle. It's fine, frame rate's all good, whatever. As soon as you like turn the camera, as soon as the camera turns, the frame rate just crawls to an absolute like snail's pace. But only when you turn the camera, because the camera also, like when you say you turn it, or yeah, say you turn your character to face right, you wait like a second, and then the camera will like auto turn to be them behind him. Come on, Chocolation. Fabulous. Yeah, it'll auto turn, and then it'll just go to an absolute snail's pace. But I really want to play that game. Ideally, I would want to play it in its purest form. Ideally. But I know that because it's like a, oh god, is it a 30? Is it a 30? No, it's not a 30. It's not quite 30 years, but it's like a 25-year-old game. Oh my goodness, bruh. Why is this fight taking so long? Goodness. That was rubbish. Right. Obito Zetsu. And Kakuzu. Right, we've got some bloody 10-10s coming up. Fabulous. Can't wait. Anyway. Fabulous. Yeah, no, I definitely need to, oh, I'm just going to quickly, sorry, just going to quickly turn the sound down. What other games shaped my childhood? I mean, technically, Spider-Man Unlimited. Is it Unlimited? Or Ultimate? Spider-Man Ultimate. I keep feeling like it's Unlimited. No, Spider-Man Ultimate. That was an absolute beast of a game. That was fantastic because it was like an open world-ish. I mean, as open world as PS2's got. Um, Open world-ish Spider-Man game. And then if you get to a certain point in the story, because I never actually finished the story, but you get to a certain part of the story, and then you unlock Venom to play as in the open world. You can like eat people to restore your health. It's fabulous. It's great. I loved it. Yeah, so when you're damaged, you like literally just like grab people, pull them into yourself, and just eat them until their like little face goes from like green to red to like a skull, and then you spit them out again, and then your health is restored. It's fabulous. It's dark as all hell, but it's fabulous. Lovely. Jubbly. Okay, we've got Kushina and Orochimaru. Fabulous. Bam. Lovely. Jubbly. Okay, we've got Orochimaru. Lovely. Oh, come on. There we go. Lovely. Alright, so then we've got Tintin and Young Shino. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what that was. Oh, that's right. The other thing too is I promise that we're not this fancy, but last night we went out to a restaurant in town. Um, went to a restaurant in town, and so we had known that it was fancy because we looked at the menu beforehand, and it was like $93 for like an 800 piece steak. So an 800 gram, sorry, not 800 pieces, 800 gram steak for like $93. So we're like, oh, this fancy, but hey, we have we've got a gift card to burn, and you know, we're celebrating the house, celebrating anniversary, all that sort of thing. So you know, we're gonna go do it. So we went there. Oh my goodness, it is fancy. So we went to I mean, it's a steakhouse, so it's not gonna be like, I don't know, the Savoy Grill fine dining, but it's fancy. So we walked in. You walk in, and then you got the absolutely lovely guy at the cash register. He's like, "Hello, how are you this evening?" We're like, "We're very well, thank you very much. Our booking is this," and he's like, "Oh, join me this way." And then so he takes us to the table, and then he's like, "Can I take your jackets to put on the jacket stand?" And we're just like, take our jackets? This is fancy. So we're like, oh no, that's okay. We're good. He's like, very well, that is all fine and dandy. So then we go, and then like instantaneously, this other chick is like, hello, my name is, I can't remember her name, but I'm so and so. You know, have you dined with us before? And we're like, no, this is our first time. She's like, oh, fabulous, first time. So I'm going to tell you how it works. And so basically, how it works is, rather than like say, oh, I want this steak, and then they bring it out to you in a thing with some. You just pick your sauce, and then they bring it out with the sauce and some vegetables. You have to pick your steak, pick your side, and then pick your steak, pick your sauce, and then pick the side that it goes with. But the sides they charge extra because they're fancy. But anyway, so we did that. And then the waitresses were absolutely lovely. We were stupid, we were naive. And they did ask us if we wanted still sparkling or tap water. So we said, oh, sparkling sounds good, I'll have some of that. Not realizing that they actually charge you for the still and the sparkling water. That's probably very like common knowledge to like everyone in the world except us. So we got conned out of, because we ended up getting a still and a sparkling before I looked at the drinks menu and saw the still and the sparkling in the price list. I'm like, oh. That's alright. Anyway, so that was that. My goodness, lady, stop. Yeah, so that was fine. But yeah, so we got that, and then we got some lovely complimentary flatbreads. So we didn't even have to buy an entree. We got a complimentary flatbreads. They were only baby, but they were still good. So then we waited for a while. We ended up waiting for a while because there was like a huge table that had just ordered before us. So like our food took a while to get there, but it was absolutely delicious. I had some lamb, and it was just like falling off the bone. My boy had like a 500 gram ribeye steak, and it was like one of the best steaks he's ever had. It was absolutely delicious. Oh my god! And then they had some so the side that he got was some duck fat, potato croquettes. Whoa. I mean, all it was in there was just like a crumb potato in duck fat. But my god, I don't know what they've done. They weaved magic into there because it was beautiful. So then we had that, and then they're like, oh, would you like the desserts menu? And we're like, oh, and no, and also too, every time the waitresses walked past and they could see that our water glass was a little bit down, they would refill it just every time they walked past, and we're like, oh my god, such service. And then so then they said, oh, dessert, would you like desserts? We're like, hell yeah, we want desserts. And she's like, just so you know, because you had to wait a bit longer than usual for your mains, desserts are on the house. When does that ever happen? All you get normally is just some waitress to come over who's really embarrassed and would rather die than have to tell you, saying, we're really sorry for the wait. Can we offer you anything else? And then you say, oh no, it's okay. But they said desserts are on the house. Who does that? Because then I'm thinking, are they treating us nice because they know it's our first time and they want us to have a good first impression and come back? Because I mean, lady, you don't even have to put your desserts on the house and we're still coming back at this point. Lady. So then so we had some desserts. I had a delicious buttermilk waffle. It was some salted caramel ice cream. It was absolutely delicious. My boy had a chocolate marquee, which is like kind of like, imagine like a chocolate torte, but like in like a loaf kind of format. It was delicious. It was amazing. It was beautiful, and so we just had a thoroughly pleasant time. Absolutely expensive as all hell, but hey, we had a gift card, so like 75% of it was already paid for, but it was delicious. It was lovely, and we hadn't actually been to it. I think it's probably the fanciest place we've ever been to, at least just us two. It was fabulous. It was a lovely night out. And then because like they specialized in like dry aged meat as well, so then every good dry aged meat place has that little like room, like the dry aging room with all the meats hung up and stuff. Like they've got like, it's all glass, so you can actually see it. Like you can see into the dry aging thing room. It's almost like a centerpiece, and it's amazing. It's fabulous. And then because the place place where we're from is I mean, that kind of restaurant would never last. It could not last because the dry age room would be broken into. It's too expensive for the kinds of people that live in my town, in our old town. They'd rather spend it on down at the bottle or something. But so that kind of place is like for us, that is just so fancy, and like to the point it's like we kind of feel like we should be here because it's so fancy. Oh no. The internet's cut out again. Pardon? Beans. Stupid internet. Who was I just playing as? Kisame. It's now on to the next one. There we are. We're back in it. Oh my goodness. This internet cutting out is absolutely killing me right now. Because the stupid thing with Twitch files is that you can't merge them together. So like even though it's only cut out for like a literal like split second, it's now treated as two separate streams. It's stupid. Because like I'm putting it like, so all of the Naruto days I'm putting up on YouTube, just more for archiving than anything else. And because like it's the Streamlabs recording of it, I've got the whole unbroken thing as well. But stupid on Twitch, it's not. So I'm going to see if I can try. I'm just going to do some research and see if I can try and figure out why it keeps cutting out. Because I did Google it briefly last night, and it's, I mean, trying to type in a result that's actually going to give you like people asking the same question is extremely difficult. But one person said that it was like a problem with the Ethernet cable. Well, there was two things that people thought it was. One was with the Ethernet cable itself, and that's just old. The other was that it was like an authentication issue. So every 4 hours it would cut off, because I think like every 4 hours the network would try and kick off an anonymous user or something. So they would find it cut out, and then it would connect again. So I've just got like a funny feeling that it's one of those two things. So really, well, I might even test. So 4 hours from now is called 20 to 2 in the afternoon. So I might even check. I might check how at 20 to 1, just like wait for it to cut off. Because if it does, then, and it does it at a because then quarter to 1 or 20 to 2 is then 20 to 6, which is then 20 to 10. Which would, yeah, that would actually make sense. Why? Because it does cut out in the middle of the stream. And I am streaming at 20 to 10. So that could be something. Alright. Hidan and Yan Sakura. Bam. Come on to chakra dash in, lady. You know you want to. Lovely jubbly. Okay, my pulling, luring them into a chakra dash and then doing the ultimate. That is a strategy that is working. I love it. Fabulous. And then young Sakura. I'll update the list after this because we're now down to 786. Lovely. Oh, look at that. Ouch. Oh, no, I don't want to do that again. Ah, that's right. Bam. Ugh. Okay, now we got. Oh, that's right. I'm going to update my list. It's now down to 786. Alright. And now we got Hiruzen. And Toby Whitemast. Excuse me. Lovely. Bam. Fabulous. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Oh, and also, I think I may have cracked the secret of the random DLC character unlocks. So, it's kind of like a bug and not. So, apparently, there are pre-order. If you pre-ordered the Boruto DLC, you would get certain characters as like a pre-order bonus, which was characters like Boruto and Sarada and Naruto and Sasuke and Mitsuki and all that. So I think this version of the game kind of like comes with that pre-order bonus, but for some reason the characters didn't unlock. But then I unlocked them because I'd gotten like enough, because I'd got enough Rio or something. I think. I could be very wrong on that. Because I was looking at something. I was trying to Google it again, and somewhere had a list of the characters that you get as part of that pre-order bonus, and they were all the characters that I unlocked. I'm like, and the fact that I haven't seemed to have unlocked any more since kind of leads me to believe that was the case, that because I'd bought this version on Steam, didn't buy the DLC proper, but just the version that they sell must include that pre-order DLC bonus, means I could unlock the characters. Because then it would also explain why some people were able to unlock it during like a survival and a tournament mode, not just free battle. Guardian. Oh, come on. Lovely. Jubbly. And then we've got Yen Choji. And Konohamaru. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Of course, because Choji takes his blimmin' time. Takes his blimmin' time to get his ultimate jutsu off, and the range is absolutely pitiful. Do I hate Choji? Do I hate young Choji or Tenten more? That's the question. After this whole big fight series, I need to determine which character do I actually enjoy playing as the most, and which character do I actually hate playing as the most. Because at the moment, young Choji, adult Tenten, and young Kankuro are really winning at the moment. Screw it. I'm not even going to bother trying to get this ultimate off. I'm just going to be here all day. Get him with the awakening. You could do butterfly Choji for the awakening. There we go. That was pitiful. Absolutely pitiful of a fight. Yeah, young Choji, adult Tenten, and young Kankuro. Like my least favourites to players at the moment. And my top 3 favourites to players is Minato. Probably Guy. I do like playing as Guy actually. And probably Shisui actually. I do like actually playing as Shisui. Lovely. All right. Hey. Lovely. Fabulous. Easy peasy lemon squizzy. Okay, we've got Lee and Hidan. Fabulous. Look at that. Might actually, I think I might actually enjoy playing as Lee more than Guy. Like his taijutsu is way more intricate, I think. Ah, beans. Lovely. Jubbly. Oh gosh, we've got Kankuro and Deidara after this. Dreading it. Fabulous, look at this. Beautiful, clean fight. Come on. There we go. Okay, right, next we've got Kankuro and Deidara. Which isn't technically a law fight, but it's close to it. It's a bit dark using like his former like teammate's body against him. Imagine someone like flinging your best mate's. I don't think they were like best mates, but imagine someone flinging your best mate's corpse against you in a fight. That would be a. There we go, lovely. It wasn't too bad. I think the good thing about that Kankuro versus the other one is the other one's only got one puppet. It's only got Crow. Don't even know what the other one's called. I do that poison thingamabob? Oh, that could be handy. Fabulous. Wasn't too bad. Right, young Obito and Madara reanimation. Oh, look at that. That timing. It's so good. That will be the thing, because I haven't... So I'm just thinking about the Ultimate Ninja 2. Is... Because I haven't played it in so long. Like, when was the last time I would have played it? Oh, goodness. Like... 10 years ago, probably. It'd be interesting to see, is as I go through each character, what is their, like, if I can remember accurately what their each, the ones that have ultimate jutsus, because characters like Shizune and Kabuto, they don't have ultimate jutsus, they just kind of like, they just go into like they just charge up their chakra and then they kind of like just get stat boost, I guess. Like, can I guess what each, can I remember what each character's like, for the ones that do have it, what their ultimate jutsu is at each stage? Because that'll be interesting, because I know that Naruto's is, his first one is like the shadow, like shuriken one, I think. Number 2, is a summon. He summons Gamabunta. And then number 3 is the Rasengan. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. Number 1 is like a shadow clones. Number 3 is summons, because the other thing too with the ultimate jutsus is that, because you basically, as it happens, you have to like do something. It's either like you have to like spin your analog stick really fast, or you've got to do like hit in a combination of buttons, or you've got to mash a button. You have to kind of like beat your opponent, because if the opponent gets more of whatever than you in a particular thing, they kind of like stop. They kind of like cut the ultimate jutsu a little bit. So basically for each one, there's 2 or more like stages that it goes through, like sections almost, I guess. So like for instance, the summoning one, I think, is he tries and summons, but he summons a tadpole. The second one he summons Gamakichi. And then the third one, I think Minato appears, and he summons Gamabunta, like Gamabunta appears, and Minato, I think. So yeah, so if so let's say the opponent managed to get more than you on the first one, it wouldn't continue on to the Gamakichi one. So you basically have to keep like winning the button inputs to keep the ultimate jutsu going, to extend it to its final stage. And then if you get it to its final stage, on some of them, that's where, like, you know, on Sasuke's, that's where like he'll get the curse mark and then, you know, buffed for the rest of the fight. Or for Naruto, he'll go, I think for the Rasengan, he'll go into like his nine tails mode buff kind of thing. Yeah, that sort of thing. I think, and then like Neji and Hinata, I think, only works on the third one. but Neji, I think all of them happens. He gets like Byakugan, and it does, oh, like it eats into the opponent's chakra when you hit them. It's madness. Like when you're fighting, when you're facing Neji, oh, it goes mental. Anyway, yeah, so that's Naruto's. Sasuke's is his first one. He kind of does like some like string and shuriken work, I guess. The second one he does like fireball and phoenix flower jutsu, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then his third one he does the Chidori. And then if you get it to its last bit, he then goes like curse mark Chidori, and then he enters the curse mark mode after that finishes. And then Sakura's, I think, Sakura's, I'm pretty sure her first one is like the inner Sakura. No, first one is like the traps and stuff. Second one is the inner Sakura, and then the third one is like the genjutsu sort of thing. Reanimation. Do that one. And Nagato. Yeah, I think that's Sakura's. Kakashi's, his first one is Pakun and the Ninja Dogs. It's like what's it called? Feigned Pursuit Jutsu. Second one is... What's this? Is his first one the 1,000 Years of Death, and the second one is... beans. And his second one is the Feigned Pursuit. And then his third one's the Lightning Blade, pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And then what else we got? And then Guy, his first one, I can't even remember his. I just know that the Ninja Turtle thing, the pinky or yellowy Ninja Turtle thing appears at some point, I think. I know Lee's is like, he does like the Leaf Hurricane and the 8 Gate stuff as well. Neji's, his first one is the the rotation, sorry. Second one he does... What does he do on the second one? I can't even remember what he does on the second one. Something. And then the third one I think is 8 trigrams. No. I don't want Almighty Push either. Fabulous. Alright. I'm trying to remember what the other ones are. So I know Tenten's is the first and second is Lee and Neji, and then the third one is her Blade of 1,000 Strikes. That's right. I even remember it. I even remember how it goes. She puts 2 scrolls down. She does that, and then they kind of like they puff, and then they snake up. slowly, and then she kind of like rises up in the middle of them, and then the kind of like the sound effects will fade. She's like oh, she's like that, and then she goes blade of 1,000 strikes, and then like all the like shuriken go like, and then they fling down, and it does that. That's my explanation of that one. And then Ino's is the her first and second one I think are Choji and Shikamaru. And then the third one is she does the like the what does she do? She does the something where she like paralyzes them, and then she throws like the ninja wolf's bane, and throws it in its eye as well, in their eye. And then the next stage of it is her dad appears. He like does the whole like possession jutsu, and then she just like does like a big anime like whoa punch, and like they go flying. Oh wow. And then Itachi's, his first one is... What's his first one? I know his second one is Tsukuyomi, where he does the thing where they're like against like all that they're like tied up to that plank wall, and he does like the whole like slash them 1,000,000 times. And then the third one I think is the Amaterasu. I can't remember what his first one is. Something. I know Haku's... Can't even remember. I know Haku's second one is 1,000 Years of Death, and third one is Crystal Ice Mirrors. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Fabulous. Okay, who we got next? We got Choji and Zabazar. Yeah, and then, so that's all like the... Can't remember all the rest of the Ultimate Ninja 2 ones. But the other thing that in Ultimate Ninja 3, they changed it up slightly where you've only got one... There's only one Ultimate Jutsu that you can have. but you can change what that is. Similar to this, I guess, but there's like way more. There's like, for like Naruto and Sasuke alone, there's like 7, 10 you can choose from. So like for Sasuke, you've got like normal Chidori, Curse Mode Chidori, or Onyx Chidori. You've got Falcon Drop. You've got Lion's Barrage. You've got Firebolt Jutsu. You've got Phoenix Flower Jutsu. You've got like all of these ones that you can pick from, and they're pretty sick. All of them are really sick. In fact, I would go so far as to say, across all of them, across Ultimate Ninja 2, 3, 4, and 5, they're just the some of the Ultimate Jutsus just look so much better than the ones in this game. Fabulous. Lovely. Jubbly. Okay, now we've got Kabuto, Mr. Cloak, and Obito Zetsu again. But before I do that, let's update the list. Because where are we at? Oh my goodness, I didn't even see where we were. We're 6-6. Fabulous. This guy, and then Obito Zetsu again. Lovely. Actually, no, not lovely, because we're playing as Kabuto. So it's ugh. Yes, we won, but it's ugh. No, I don't want that. Fabulous. Alright, who we got next? Madara Reanimation and Young Shino. And did I say? Young Shino, didn't I? Bam. Gorgeous. Beautiful. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Okay, young Shino. There we go. Thank you. Oh, and that's the other thing too. That's great about the ultimate jutsus, is that they are in the PS2 Ultimate Ninja games, is that they do like cool, like, well, I say cool, some of them are probably pretty cringy one-liners at the like after they've like old one-liners at the end of things. It's like because in this, I suppose, like, it's sort of, it takes place in the area that you're in, whereas in the other ones, like, it's like a whole separate cinematic practically. Like, I think there's one, I'm pretty sure it's a one from the Shippuden, so 4 and 5, but one of Sakura's is one of Sakura's ones is it's like a big giant like mountain range that it takes place in. Oh, and that's the other thing too, is that because in 4 and 5, I think it's in 5 as well, I'm pretty sure it is, because you can have like support, kind of like in this, how you've got like your teams, but you can have like support ones, and depending on, especially in, I can't remember if it's in 4, definitely in 5, depending on who you have, you can do like, there's like, your ultimate jutsu becomes a combo ultimate jutsu all the time, similar to, I suppose, in this one, how with like Itachi and Sasuke is a combo one. But like, there's heaps of them. So like, Sasuke and Orochimaru have one, and they're so cool. They're just so cool. I love them all. I think they're fabulous. I can't remember them all. I think Sakura and Chio have one. It's just great. Just some good stuff. Oh my god, I'm getting hyped, so I want to play these games again now. But then also, I think that I can't remember what the, I suppose, like, criteria for them happening are, but there's, because generally, like, you know, people, they've just got the one, but there's one called a reversal, and I think it's another kind of, I think it's a whole different type of jutsu, of ultimate jutsu, but I think it only appears when you're like, say like in this one, how like when the awakening comes up, it's like a similar thing, but and it's meant to like do something. I can't remember half of it. Like it's one of those things where like you get like your brain's got like little snippets of it and you're just trying to remember what all the stuff around it is. Lovely. Yeah, I think they do have an Awakening Ultimate as well. Yeah, because I know that, especially in number 5, like Naruto's got his, where he turns into the Four Tails. Four Tails? That's the one at Tenchi Bridge, isn't it? Turns into the Four Tails, yeah. So they've got one of that, and then you can then, you'll play playing as the Four Tails. Yeah, it's great. Oh, it's just such a good game. No, Kabuto, you're not allowed this. Then again, it's my own fault. It's my own fault, isn't it? Oh, that's right, I'm playing as Kabuto. Alright. Right, then so. Lovely. Right, I should get him. No, I won't get him with this combo, but I'll get him with this one. There we are. Right, Iruka and Hiruzen. I'm gonna check this in the village, I reckon. Fabulous. Excuse me. him in this one. There we go. Fabulous. That was probably like the best Iruka fight I've had in a while. Chuck him in the Hokage costume, I reckon. Then we'll chuck him in the Hokage's mansion. Fabulous. Bam. Hey. Right, got him in now. Oh. There we go. Right, now we've got Naruto, Six Paths, and Kankuro. Oh, ugh, ugh. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Fabulous. Alright. I think this next one will be probably the last fight. Oh no, it's the attack of the bloody soccer ball again. Hey. Lovely. This isn't too bad of a fight. But I do think that ultimate really needs to do more damage. Lovely. Jubbly. Okay. I think I'll call it there. Actually, no. You know what? I'll do 2 more fights. Bihaku and Fu. Yeah, I'm feeling fruity. We'll do 2 more fights. Lovely. Oh, what? Oh well, that's fine. Fabulous. Right, this is the last one. Beauty. Fabulous. Lovely jubbly. All right. Okay, so I think I'll call it there. Let me just quickly update the list because we are now down to 9752. Shit, we made a big dent in that, which is great because that means next time we'll be down in the 600s. So we went from 98, and next time we'll go down to 96. Sweet. So I will leave it there. Oh, thank you very much for joining me. So next week should be a normal schedule again. Thursday and Sunday Naruto, Friday Stranger Paradise, and Saturday I'm going to start the Forgotten City on Xbox. So I'm going to start that, see how that goes, and think Saturday I've got a few like puzzly sort of games, shorter games that I'm wanting to, pretty keen to start getting into. So that will be Saturdays. I'm also, for quality of life, quality of stream purposes, I'm going to see if I can try and sort out this issue with the internet cutting out all the time. Because I'd want to keep it as one consistent stream. On my YouTube, it's more of an archive than anything else really at this point. But I do have a YouTube channel that I'm just uploading the full videos of these Naruto streams up just for record purposes. So I've got 1 till 21 up there at the most. I'll probably chuck this one on today as well. And yeah, so I mean that will be the uncut, but I mean that's for anyone who's interested. Me. Anyway, so I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you have a fabulous morning or fabulous afternoon or fabulous evening wherever you are, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.